Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, where today we are talking about Ultraman Blazar, the movie.
Yeah, the greatest clip show episode yet.
Honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. It is considerably better
The
than,
first fucking half.
dude, I'd say it's better than every clip show for Arc 2. But I'm also setting,
Yes.
I'm setting the bar super fucking low on that one. Anyway, I'm Nick. With me is Josh,
Hello.
and we are in our opposite sides of when we normally talk about Blazar because
Yes.
I don't have a fucking Blu-ray player set up next to my PC. So I am sitting in my bedroom to record this bad boy.
Haha.
Yeah. So anyway, going into this, we knew about this movie for quite a while before it was brought over to the United States. And I feel like both of us kind of had like I had heard going into this, I should say, that this was not so much like a big ending for Blazar sort of thing as it is a really long episode of Blazar, and I feel like that was a really good description of it.
Yeah, that's definitely what it felt like.
Yeah,
I
because
was definitely going into it thinking it was going to be a big end, big movie.
nah, it's really just a slightly longer than normal episode. Like if it weren't for the fact that I knew this took place after the show, and if it weren't for like the fact that the bracelet breaks at the start, so he can't use his ultra beam, I wouldn't I wouldn't know that this took place after the end of the show. Like it could be dropped in any place after he gets the Ferdran armor
Yeah.
power up, and it would have worked. Again, like not a bad thing. Just going into the movie, you have to be aware that this is basically like what's the runtime on this? Is it like 70 minutes or so?
I think it was closer to 90, but I mean, good 45 minutes of that is clip show.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a good chunk of this movie starts with just a general clip show of the series as a whole. Like you get basically the major beats from the first episode to the end.
It
So you
is
kind of
an hour and 16 minutes.
okay, yeah. So 75-ish, about
Yeah.
a little over 75. Yeah, again, I'd say like 20 or so. The 20, maybe 30 minutes worth of that is the clip show part at the beginning.
Let's see exactly. I'm pulling it up. Wow, it's actually a lot shorter than that. It felt so much longer.
How long is it? Like 10 minutes of it then?
It is 12 minutes. 12 minutes of clip show, and then it goes into our boy breaking his bracelet.
Yep. Okay, I mean like that kind of works though. I appreciate it. And it shows that they honestly could do more with the clip show episodes than they actually do.
Yeah.
Like we got all the important beats we need going into the movie with less than 15 minutes. I feel like they could do that with clip show episodes and have more time spent like developing things. Which I mean, there were like a couple episodes of Blazar that did a good job of that, and
Hmm.
one episode of Arc that tried to.
Tried and got close, but I don't think it hit the mark.
Anyway, though, obviously clip show episode starting. We get like the general beats to show like who the characters are, what they went through. Um, the final beam attack that is the first beam attack that he uses.
Still fucking sick looking.
Oh yeah, that fucking attack worked so well. Also, the very rarely lefty shot one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was.
Yep, almost every other one's a righty. That one's a lefty. It was kind of interesting.
I don't think I ever noticed it.
I noticed that when I watched it, but I didn't really bring it up. I don't think when we
No, we did.
talked about the episode.
No, I don't think we did.
Mhm. But yeah, so obviously the proper story begins with Gento breaking the bracelet so that he can't use that ungodly powerful beam attack going into the movie because then it would end the movie too quickly.
Yeah, how dare we have our protagonists be powerful?
Hmm. I
I
mean,
mean,
it is
he's
a
all
like
what?
I was gonna say it isn't the worst way of nerfing a character I can think of, and like he still has all of his other abilities. He just doesn't have like his final beam attack.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. This is the true power of imagination, not arc, because this motherfucker can do a fishing pole
True.
and a claw machine.
Yep. Just wait, we're gonna find out that like Ark can do some crazy bullshit in his movie.
Ah, just because he turned into the wandering man, the wanderer,
Yeah.
Orb himself.
But anyway,
How
so
how mad are you gonna be if he shows up in just a trench coat
he's
and a
not
cool
going to
hat?
because that movie is set before episode 23.
Oh, God damn it, it
We
is.
won't find out for sure until we get Ultraman Omega, which I'm hoping doesn't have too much crossover in it.
Is that the new next show?
Yeah, it's the one that airs in July, I think. We're gonna have
Oh
a
my
shit ton of
god.
shows in July, dude. We have 3 shows
Oh
for July
god.
already. Yeah, that's why I want to fast track us through Jeed and Zet because the summer is gonna be really busy for us. But anyway,
Oh
so
yeah.
Gento gets called in for work because we have Zugugons and Taganiulars.
Who is once again being an absolute disgusting menace.
Yeah, the best kind of menace
Not the
possible.
savior, because he's a piece of shit.
I mean, he's saving us from the monotony of just Zugugon.
God damn it.
And of course, they launch Earth Garon, which means he will not be able to finish this fight on his own.
I know I can't see you right now, but are you wearing that stupid fucking shirt?
I'm not going to tell you for sure, but like, we're recording 2 episodes today, and the other one I'll be on camera for.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I took that picture right before I changed. I was like, I should take it again, but I didn't want to like wait too long. But
I'm
yeah,
just so happy they just start blasting these tank angulars right in the face.
yep.
Also, there's so many suits.
Oh yeah, dude.
Why?
Well, you got to remember they had a bunch of Zugugons
Yeah, I know.
because they had a few of those for the mini ones. And Taganular, I think they had 2 Taganular suits, I want to say. So again, kind of works. Like I think as long as they composited, which I mean I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So we get our on the ground fight as all the Tiganular and Zugugon larvae attack, which I love that Tiganular larvae are just tiny Tiganulars. Like, all right, we're gonna have some
Yeah,
human-sized ones now.
I kind of wish they changed it up just a little bit.
Yeah, kind of the same. Like, I love the Tiganular design, but like, I think like maybe like making the head crest that it's got like a little smaller or something would have worked better to symbolize that it was the immature form.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot how much I missed his formation scene.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so fucking good.
Oh yeah. But no, I'm also just generally kind of happy with how this is shot. Like there's a lot of like close shot on the ground human shots, which I think are really good. Like, and I get Arc went for like a very different vibe with having like the science team as opposed to the defense force team. But man, it's nice to get back in like with a defense force, especially because the
These felt like
majority,
people.
yeah. Well, I was gonna
I
say the
like Ark.
majority of the shows that we've watched recently have not had the traditional defense force. Like we kind of had that with Orb, but Orb placed more of an emphasis on the SSP. Jeed has like a Men in Black style one,
Yeah,
and Arc had the defense force, but again, we focused more on the science force. So this is kind of like a nice return to form, you know?
true. And again, like they just do the people so much better in this than they did in Ark.
Yeah, I'd agree with
Like
that.
I came back into the watching this happy to see the crew.
Oh yeah, no, like it's so much fun seeing them again. And apparently they've also done some stage shows. I wish they had like recordings of the stage shows to watch because I
Oh,
think that would be fun too. Because like apparently they like Blazar has teamed up with other ultras on the like I think he teamed up with Zero for one of the stage shows, which sounds really fun because Zero just teams up with everyone.
oh my god, I would have loved to see that.
Oh yeah, would have been great. Anyway, how did you like Peekaboo Blazar?
I
He's like, oh,
I loved
oh.
it
And Tiganular like turns around to walk over to him, and then he just runs out and hits
with the
Sugagon.
flying knee.
Yep.
So good. I
Uh,
fucking love this guy.
oh yeah.
Got to make it more. There we go. That's more. That's more Blazer with the red and blue lights going.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we get some fun little interactions again with the defense force on the ground. Like the Scarred team has such a good dynamic too, and we get like a few callbacks, like Henri's fear of bugs and how she's finally over it.
Yeah. God, she comes in just wailing on that one.
Uh,
God, these shots are just so good. Just looking up into Blazar
yep.
from their perspective.
Oh yeah. No, like again, I'd say like all the stuff we get from like the human on the ground shots, or like looking up at Earth Garon, like anything that's shot at a low angle up really looks good because it just screams these are giant. Like the forced perspective
Oh,
is so well done.
yeah. I didn't even notice that. So they just did the shot where Blazar does his spiral,
The
well,
spiral
fury,
Furoid, yep.
and Earthy is shooting. And they kill both of them.
Hmm.
You just see all the tiny larvae and just scurrying around on the foreground.
Yep. Yep. It's a nice little touch. I also love after that we get Blazar doing his pose and Earth Garon like
Doing
starts
it
doing
too.
it and then falls backwards.
Yeah.
Like little moments like that too. Like those beats are so much fun. And like as much as like Arc is trying to be like the more lighthearted, kid-friendly show, I don't think it ever really had that same degree of humor that we got from like moments like that in Blazar.
Yeah, no, it's just like perfect. I still don't understand why Alex won't watch this. This
Uh,
one would be perfect for him.
because we've already watched this show and he's not going
I
to
don't
watch them on his own.
I don't give a
He might rewatch an episode of Orb here and there if he feels like it. And I feel like he'll probably rewatch like one or two episodes of G'd sometime down the line.
I say we just act like we're doing this episode or this series again
Uh,
and
no,
make him watch it.
no. The only thing we're gonna rewatch is fucking
Gunhead.
Gunhead. Yep, every year,
Can't wait. Fucking love Gunhead. Even
every
though it's
year on
god
progressively
awful.
more powerful substances until we understand it.
I I've got my connections ready to go.
By the time we get to peyote, we're like, no, I get it now.
That's what I was going to start off with.
All right, you're gonna understand it right away. Anyway, though,
I still progressively get worse.
yeah, yeah. So the Scarred team's talking about how like it's weird that Taganular and Zugugon came out at the same time, and how generally like that didn't go as well as it could have, and they immediately set up Necromass Co. That they're the people who deal with the dead kaiju materials and turn them into materials that we can use, which of
Yeah, that will
course,
come back to be important later on.
yep, also ties in with another show we've watched, Kaiju number 8.
And July again.
Yep. Oh goodness. Again, July's gonna be busy for us.
God.
But yeah, we also find out that Necromass, like, especially is important because they deal with these space kaiju carcasses, which are mm, more or less very important to deal with because they come from, again, space. They're not naturally occurring on Earth, so you have to be careful about dealing with them. And they name drop that the Tilsonite spear, which is turned into the Tilsonite sword,
Hmm.
is one of their creations. So we get a little backstory for that as well, which is kind of
Huh.
fun. I like tying that in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't even think I really caught that.
Yeah,
I was just too hyped for watching this.
no, I get that completely. But yeah, I liked that little detail of like them tying in something we already knew into Necromass. That way we kind of had an anchor for why they're important. Because if we didn't have like again, it immediately sets up that oh, this is a company that has been dealt with before, and we had been shown in the show that that was important.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Like
then
they I'm gonna put this out there. I'm pretty sure this is the same company that cured his bone cancer that Blazar gave
probably,
him.
yep,
Because guess what? Gento's not sick at all in this.
yep, he got over that. We also get when Gento goes to Necromass, we get a call from June about how Gento's wife is not picking up her phone, and he thinks that's strange. He's like, "Hey, listen, bud, I'm gonna be not here. I'm gonna be not at home, so you're the man now.
Such a
Take care of your mom."
shitty other moment here.
Well, I think it's also like it's fine, bud. Okay, it's fine. Just like stop freaking out. Stop acting like it's weird that your mom is like doing shit, okay? She has her own life. Quit it.
Yeah, she did some drugs. She's just resting it off right now.
Hmm. No, we find out actually that at the end of the movie, we find out the reason why she's been gone is because she's pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Yep, establishing that June's gonna get a little baby brother or sister that we'll never actually see.
Yeah.
And then,
Unless we get Arc 2.
yep, I mean we probably won't. Well, we'll eventually get him showing up in like one of the big crossover series they do every couple of years.
We
He'll be in
won't
the
get
next.
Gento's actor though. We just get June that comes up
Yep,
throwing bracelets so Blazar can do his beam.
yep. It does
That's
actually make me kind
upsetting.
of curious on how he would work in a Ultra Galaxy fight movie. Like the rest of the Ultras kind of make sense in those. This one, like Blazar, just would not fit, and I kind of want to see him in them because he wouldn't fit.
We're like, oh god, we can't do it alone. We need
Mm,
somebody that can do Unga Boonga fights.
yep. Yeah, we also get some backstory on the head of Necromass and that his wife's dead and he has a son that he's been raising.
Has he been raising them?
I mean,
He's kind of feeling like a little certain show
yep.
that we're also watching at this very moment.
Yeah, I don't think he's nearly as bad. Like he seems like he actually cares about his son. He just is too
Well,
obsessed with work.
I mean, they had to change it a little bit,
Mm.
otherwise it's copyright.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so we get introduced to Necromass and how like they are working on some sort of like big project, and because of that, the head doesn't spend time with his son Yuki, who won like this big science contest. Um, I'm gonna be honest, I saw the twist with Yuki coming like a mile away.
Yeah,
Like it's pretty fucking obvious that he's so um the big twist for this for like his son is we find out there's these aliens that are trying to keep like trying to shut down Necromass's big like project thing, which basically halts the aging of cells so you can hypothetically live forever. And these aliens are like, no, this goes against the natural balance of things. And the big reveal is that it's not aliens, it's the
it's a piece of
CEO's
shit,
son.
son.
Yeah, it's his son wearing a fucking mask. Although I do love that like that idea of like, yeah, you can just wear a shitty mask and put an effect over it, and it looks like any other alien in this universe. It's not hard to look like an alien here. You just need to put on a shitty costume.
He puts on that mask, he puts on a hood, gets some stilts to make himself look taller, and boom, he's the villain.
Yep. Especially when he gets eaten by the kaiju.
Good piece of shit.
Yep.
He's a shit.
Yeah. It's again, it's not like a crazy storyline, not like anything super interesting, but you know, it works well enough. And they try to tie in like the relationship between parent and child with Emmy and with Gento a little bit,
Yeah.
which I mean that works considering both of them had like specifically like family drama that was their focus. So
Well, that's
again,
good.
I think it worked. Anyway, though, after the aliens that Yuki pretends to be gets in touch with Necromass, they're like, "Well, you need to get rid of this thing that you're making, otherwise we'll destroy the world or whatever." The Damudoxin.
Damodoxin.
That's what it was called. Which, considering the aliens are basically named that, like, again, kind of mind blowing the CEO didn't catch on that something was weird.
He
But,
just
you know,
knows how to make money. He's not smart though.
that's fair. We also find out that the GGF's been hacked and now they're just fucking launching missiles because this kid has zero respect for. He says he has respect for life and like this goes against the natural order or shit. Really, he's just a fucking 12-year-old boy who wants people to pay attention to him, and he's able to commit war crimes.
He's about to murder billions
Oh yeah,
just so he can be close to his dad.
yep,
Get some therapy, bud. It'll be better than killing. Maybe.
yep. It's let's just say this kid in like 10 years is gonna well, realistically, by the end of this movie, should be facing serious charges. He did
Yeah.
he did create like he did launch missiles.
Yeah. And we here at the Mega Monster Cast, especially Alex, loves war crimes.
Hmm.
But this is a bit much.
Yep,
We're just gonna put that on Alex, and he can't do shit about it now.
yep. I also love that we cut to June talking to his mom, and he's like, "Hey, you got to tell me what's going on. I'm the man now." And she's like, "Well, all right, let me tell you what happened. Well, you see, your father and I. All right, too much information already, Mom. Just cut to the part where you're not grossing me out anymore."
Your father's member, his penis, went into my
Yeah, yeah,
vagina,
yeah.
and we did weird, twisty motions. And the
Also,
next thing we know,
apparently, Yuki is such a tech whiz. He's using computations that Emmy's never seen before. So she doesn't know
first,
how to track him down
yeah, but first of all, like, how the fuck is this kid this smart?
because he has a laptop. And if the movie Hackers taught us anything, if you have your own computer of any kind, you are a threat to society. I actually haven't
Really?
watched that movie. I assume that's what it's about. I think Angelina Jolie was in it.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So Scarred goes through this facility where all the kaiju parts are because the CEO is gonna get rid of the Damu Doxin in order to prevent the destruction of Earth. And then the GGF shows up and is like, "Hey, listen, this is not something you're allowed to do, so fucking quit it." And then this kid
Well,
launches more missiles.
hasn't Japan been through enough? Good God, this
Hmm.
kid.
And he launches missiles to destroy the Damu Doxin, which, of course, in fact, only creates more problems as now all the kaiju parts have been exposed to the Damodoxin, and it uses those parts to fuse together to create a new, horrifying abomination monster.
Yeah, it essentially creates Destroya.
Yeah, more or less. I like this design more than Destroy It, though. I'm going to be real with you.
Really now?
I kind of do. I think there's parts of Destroy It I like more, but there's parts of this I like more. Like, I really like the head on this thing, which is kind of weird to say, but I do. I like the
I can
weird
definitely see
shapes
that.
going on with it. I don't like the torso as much as Destroya. I think Destroya has a better torso,
Yeah,
but
with his little chest gushy thing.
mhm. But I really like the head on this thing, especially like all the like skull imagery that it's got going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works. Yeah, so now we have our Destroya that we have at home. complete with another face in its chest. And then we find out that the only reason he made this, like the only reason this is happening, is because he tried to rush his research to save his wife, and because of that, uh, he created an imperfect version of this that maybe is not something he can actually control.
But maybe he could have if a certain child didn't everything up. You know what? I'm gonna say it. The kid probably killed the mom with some stupid science experiment.
Gave her bone cancer.
She, she couldn't. Ginto got all the treatment. There wasn't enough for her.
Hmm.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Um, we also get a little backstory on the anti-kaiju rounds that killed Bazanga, which is kind of cool.
Yes.
And the whole necromass making those too and using the same research. And then we find out that they have an anti-Damudoxin. They're going to use that to destroy the fucking kaiju.
Yeah. Sure hope nobody tries to steal it.
Yep. No way will that dude that was being browbeaten earlier turn out to be a corporate spy.
That son of a bitch.
Yep. We also get the actual reveal. Well, so we get two reveals more or less at the same time. We get the reveal that Yuki is the alien, and we get the reveal that the anti-Damudoxin has been taken by that one corporate stooge.
Who straight up points a gun at a child's head
Yep.
because he does not give any fucks.
Well, yeah, he's a bad guy.
And now we find his true motivations for creating this kaiju and this alien.
It's because
He just wants to spend.
he wanted his dad to love him.
But he did love him. That's why he did all this.
Yeah.
To try to save his mother,
Also, this
his
kid
wife.
hates adults.
Yeah, he does. Little dumb
Yep.
shit.
It's gonna destroy the grown-up civilization. How's that gonna fucking turn out for everyone else?
Yeah, when nobody's able to control any of the nuclear power plants or anything,
Yep.
that won't be bad.
Yep. And then Yuki is taken into the kaiju, which gives it a power up of some sorts. Because now it's got like more spiky bits on it and other little
It's
embellishments.
it's the fact that he's just like spreads his arms out and he gets eaten by the tiny mouth in the skull.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I feel like this. By the way, this thing's name is Gongilon. Gongilgon.
Yeah.
It's again. I like its design a lot, but its entire oh, no one will love it. It's just like me. It exists, but it didn't want to exist. Why was I
Fucking
born? I didn't get to have a choice in that.
fucking every millennial.
Yep. How dare you, Dad? Dad, how dare you?
How dare you, daddy? God, this fucking Kaiju's knees are so bright.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my favorite part of it.
Honestly, again, I like this thing's design. I think it's a
It's
fun
pretty fucking
design.
solid.
Again, I don't. This is a weird movie where like it definitely feels like it should have just been an episode, and I feel like they would have trimmed the fat a little bit on it if it was just an episode.
Yeah.
Like there's a few moments here and there where I'm like, yeah, you probably could have just trimmed that out and turned this into an episode instead. But whatever. You could have had less scenes of Yuki freaking out inside of the kaiju.
No, that was plot driven there.
Hmm. Well, it's so Emmy can talk about how he's taking out his loneliness on the world. He's
I
an
don't know.
angry child.
Just make some fucking friends. God.
I mean, like it kind of works because
Do drugs like a normal kid.
Emmy also reminds us that she was a cyber terrorist when she was a kid.
Yeah, well, it's different.
Yeah,
She did it for good. He's just doing it to be a shithead.
fair. Yeah, so then the Scarred team launches using their fucking cool ass little jetpack thingies so they can try to get inside of the vents on the Gilgon, Gungilgon,
Goo
and try
goo goo
to get
goggle
to
again.
Yuki.
Ow, shit.
We also find out this is probably killing Yuki because he's part of a kaiju now. Of course it is.
I mean, let the kid just be dissolved. At this point, he's already killed thousands.
Hmm. Well, when Gento tries to get him, he just has a full blown freak out,
Ah!
just screaming no as Gento tries to pull him out of a kaiju. Like, listen, kid, I don't give two shits. You don't get to choose if you consent or not to being a part of a kaiju. You're a minor. You don't get to do this.
Fuck you, kid. As Gento just like punches him across the face just to knock him out to get him
Hmm.
out.
Yep.
Also, I'm pretty sure Gento would have died trying to get through this 2 meter exhaust port that is on this guy's head.
Yeah. That they have to keep shooting to open up and
Yes.
kind of looks like a vagina.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Oh God, it does.
Yep.
Best kaiju design.
I mean, again, I really enjoy this one. Yeah, so the Scarred team manages to save Yuki, but the Gongilgon is still rampage because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean it's only taken the kid's soul or something now.
Yep. And now Gento turns into Blazar again, and we get this again really fucking cool scene of him running forward as he's transforming.
Dude, it's so good.
It works so well, and like the way they did the perspective where he gets bigger as he like with each step he takes is really good.
Like they went full out on the effects in this movie
Yep.
or elongated episode, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. How did you like the callback to this first fight of the movie where you remember how like we talked about like Blazar comes running in after
Mm-hmm.
now it's Gongilon is doing Gongilgon
Yeah. Fucking flying knee, bitch.
or Gung yeah comes running in to hit Blazar as he does his like warrior
It's,
pose thing.
it's like, whoa.
Pisses
It's like
Blazar off.
it's like the whole anime of like you can't hit while somebody is powering up.
Hmm. And then we get our dope ass fight where the kaiju makes these like cool like stabby spikes on its hands and does rapid stabs with it.
Dude, Blazar doing such a good job of blocking, and then he pretends to cry, and then he's like, "Oh God, do I hit the monster or what?"
Yep. Then we get Ferdron, which of course we're gonna get that power up.
Hell yeah, I still love it.
Oh yeah, I think it works still. We get like a pretty decent usage of his attacks with like the fiery stab and shit.
Oh yeah, I love
Like
how he just starts hopping around like, "Come on, bitch, let's go."
yep, yep, swept in between fire and lightning before he eventually gets knocked backwards.
Yeah, after he's chopping pieces off of this thing.
Yep, get some like solid punches into. Then Earth Garon shows up to help because now it's a two-man brawl.
I mean, Earthy's got to do something.
Oh yeah,
God
Earth
damn it!
Garon's been
I
fixed
at
just in time to fight.
I used to hate the name Earthy so fucking much, but you know what? I kind of dig it now.
Yeah,
It's rubbed off on me.
hell yeah. Also, the entire time we're watching this, Gento's family is watching too.
Yeah,
And
June's just like, "Come on, Dad,
yep.
Blazer, we could do this."
Then Blazar gets stabbed and his color timer goes off. The Ferdron armor is destroyed, and he starts leaking light from a stab wound.
Just fucking sick.
Then he falls down, and in what I have to assume was not planned and may have actually hurt a little bit, as he's falling backwards, his head hits part of a building, and that part comes off. Like, my assumption is that was not planned. Like, maybe it was, but I don't feel like that was. And then Earth Garon pulls off its jetpack to use it as a fucking blade to cut this thing.
Fucking sick.
Oh yeah, yep. It gives Blazar enough time to recover. The two continue to fight before they shoot it with the anti doxin, Damu doxin, and then because June is wishing for Blazar to be able to win, holding onto the bracelet.
Oh my god, I went back to it. Yeah, that definitely was not planned.
Yep.
That's just fucking.
Oh yeah. No, but because June's using the holding onto the bracelet, he channels power to Blazar. So Earth Garon and Blazar use their beam attacks together to destroy uh, the kaiju.
In the most father son Kamehameha possible.
Yep. And then this time, as Earthy falls down, Blazar catches him before doing his
Yeah.
warrior pose.
Because he's like, it was probably all Genta being like, God damn, every time it falls, it gets more expensive. Nope.
Yep. And then the CEO has a touching reunion with his son, where he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I wasn't being a good enough father. I didn't pay attention to you. You want to throw the pigskin around sport? Then
By the way,
hug
you're
it out."
going to jail.
Yep. And then we get the scarred team eating at Gento's place using the hot plate in the middle of the fucking table to heat meat together.
I'm not gonna lie, this looked like a good fucking dinner.
Honestly, yeah. And that is where we get the reveal.
Of the big twist.
Yep,
Oh my god, what if it wasn't bone cancer? If Gento was all pregnant and just put it into his wife.
yep. That's how it works.
Oh god. It's a
Yeah,
bone cancer baby.
yeah. So we get the reveal that she's pregnant, and Gento starts openly weeping about the idea of having another child.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was like, does he really want another June? No one wants another June.
I mean, he could end up having a Yuki instead. Which would you rather have, a June or a Yuki? At least June gives him
Fucking
a
June in a
power up.
heartbeat.
June gives him a power up. Now he's guaranteed to get another new attack.
Oh god, what if June's not his real name? It's just a nickname. What if this is Yuki?
Yeah, that was the Blazar movie. Uh, Again, it was a lot of fun. It just feels like a long episode, but
Yeah,
that's
it
not a
was.
bad thing by any means.
The only thing I wish they did touch up on like Gento being sick. Like that was such a big part of the series towards the end.
hmm Which is honestly kind of why, if they didn't have like the beam attack and the bracelet, you can place this episode anytime after episode like 18.
Yeah.
That one element makes it so it has to take place after. Otherwise, this is just like whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was fun. Again, I hope they eventually include him in like one of the Ultra Galaxy fight specials,
Oh, that
because I
would be
think that'll
great.
be fun. I I'm curious how he would fit in with some of the other Ultras, but that's something for the brains at Subaraya Productions to decide on, not
I
me.
got it. I mean, honestly, he doesn't need to be like part of like a big part of it until they start like get into a big fight.
Mhm.
They're losing, then all of a sudden flying knee.
Yep. Now the big part is like they like to have the Ultras talk to each other, and I wonder how they're gonna be like I imagine Zero's gonna be like, listen guys, don't talk to him, okay? He understands you, but he's not really gonna be able to say much back.
He literally just.
Pretty much, yeah. Uh, well, yeah. Any final thoughts before we call this one?
No, I had so much fun watching. Like,
That's fair.
it's a fun movie, and this is definitely going to be something I put on again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hell, I've already watched it 4 times now since I've gotten it. So
I mean, I don't blame you. It's again, it's a really good time. It feels like just another good episode. Like I wouldn't say it's one of the best we've got a Blazar,
no,
but it's pretty solid.
yeah, it's fun enough.
hmm Well, yeah. With that being said, this is our final hypothetical final episode on Blazar. Tune
Oh,
in. Yeah, I know.
that
Tune in.
actually makes me sad.
Yep. Tune in next time where we talk about some other things that Josh alluded to earlier in the episode, because the show that is replacing this time slot for us is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Anyway, tune in next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.